Hi there, dear friends, Eric here, and welcome to my channel, the North Star Productions. Here on this episode, we are going to introduce our very first original character on the X Club series. But before we get into it, I recommend to watch first my introduction video. The link is down on the description below, and this will give you details to better understanding the characters. If you are done watching it, then let's get this started. Creating an original character needs you to start at something. As for me, I focused on these 5 questions. Number 1, what is your character? Is it a superhero or a supervillain? The second question here is character a male or a female? Next is the third question, what is your character's powers or abilities, or what does it make your character super or special? The fourth question is a bit interesting because I've already watched a lot of tutorial videos regarding on how to create your very own character, but this was not mentioned, and this is what is your character's origin story? If you would ask me why I added this, is that it definitely helped to have a better understanding on how your character would look like. It will help you develop a design that is compatible to the character itself. This is why I added this question. And lastly, number 5 question, who or what does your character represents? Does it represent a specific person in real life, a belief, a culture, a certain group of people? This will help you on creating something that would influence the character's attitude, especially if you're aiming to make a story out of your original character. So here I want to introduce Volts. He is a superhero and obviously a male, with the ability to produce or manipulate electricity and lightning. He can move like the speed of light. He has the ability of flight and the ability to control static energy on any living organism. This specific ability about the static energy is already fearsome ability because he can do anything he wants to a target. With this, he can read minds and emotions, manipulate it, detect body diseases. He can also heal them or manipulate the structure of the DNA. He can read someone's biography. He's able to know your name, age, birthday, and others without even asking. But the most interesting part of this is that he can determine who the mutants are among the crowd. He can determine their powers, their mutant category, and classification. This helps the team a lot in various occasions. About his origin, he was born as Eric Jace Dewey at a small town in Luzon in the Philippines. His mutation first manifested at the age of 5, and at the age of 6, he was taken away by a group of people under a secret organization that conducts experiments to mutant kids. From the age of 6, he spent his life on the four corners of the organization's laboratory, learning the things he needs to know to understand his identity to prepare for escape. It took a long time for him to understand everything about himself and the mutant kind. So at the age of 13, that's the only time he escaped together with a few other mutants that he already became friends with. Some have died during the escape, and some has been captured or recaptured, sorry. But he and 5 more others managed to succeed. He really didn't want to use much his powers because he feared of losing control. Now, when it comes to the character design, I choose to give the team a black and white uniform, which is skinny and rubberized. And as you can see on this part, um, he wears a gauntlet, which will be colored gold at a later part of the video. Um, its purpose is to limit Vox's flow of powers, because without it, a huge amount of electrical energy can be produced that will endanger the entire planet. He can control his abilities though, however, he cannot control the amount of electrical energy that he releases. This is why he needs the gauntlet. It was given to him by the organization who took them as experimental subjects. And by the way, I forgot to mention about his mutation. He is considered as an elemental mutant and classified as an omega level. Details on these terms are found on my introduction video, which I mentioned earlier, that can be viewed on the description down below. And I also admit that I am not that good when it comes to rendering of colors, especially when it comes to colored pencils, but I've tried my best to get this done as good as possible. Let us watch the rest of the process and I'll get back to you in a bit. go guys, I made a little photo editing here to come up with this result. Again, this is Bolts, also known as Eric Chase Dewey. What is your favorite ability that he has? Just let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any suggestions on how can I improve my skills, I'd be happy to learn them. Just place them in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press that notification bell for updates. Before we end, I just want to share with you a scripture from John chapter 14 verse 6 that says, Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So there you go folks. Thank you for watching and see you guys on the next vid. Peace.